All right, Smackdown just ended, and I'm going to talk about the most egregious thing first. Why did we have the same DQ finish for both Charlotte and Jade to get into this ladder match? If both of these matches are going to end in DQs against the exact same opponent, we could have just made the announcement for the ladder match with like three people automatically already in. Like how AEW is doing their ladder match, where like three people are already in and there's only two qualifying matches. If we were going to have two DQ finishes for this, what was the point? You just brought Nia out to have two matches in a DQ. Now, granted, this one went longer, but ended the same way. What's the point? This makes both of them look stupid. Because if you don't like them, why didn't they attack Nia so that the other wouldn't get in the match? It doesn't make sense. And I'm gonna make a video maybe sometime this weekend about how much I hate DQ finishes and how people just need to just win or lose. But in this case, just like I don't know. Like it's so annoying because it's just like why? Like what's the purpose? In what way? Like I'm dumbfounded. I'm like, what's the purpose? You could have still had Jade and the baddies interfere, but Charlotte's still winning. The DQ serves no purpose other than it just being lazy. Because Nia hasn't been on TV for like a while outside of these past 2 weeks. So you can't say it's, oh, we don't want to give her a loss because it doesn't matter. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Like I just don't know, man. It's I'm just dumbfounded. But let's get on to a different topic. So JC Jang, this is like the second segment. Oh, was it the first match? I don't even remember what started the show. Okay, I'm sorry. That just threw me completely off fucking course. The show started with the contract signing for Gunther and Aldis at SummerSlam. Now, the main thing from this is that Aldis literally has nothing to lose, but Gunther is going to look bad if he loses. Because Aldis even says that he hasn't wrestled in 3 years. Now, with all that being said, the characters themselves acknowledging this, Gunther has to win, right? Like he has to win. He retired three legends, and now he's going to lose to a general manager. Is that how we're going to follow up him retiring all these people? Surely not. But I don't know. I don't even think that this contract signing was necessary. If anything, it served a point to show that Adam Pearce is going to be GM in SmackDown. So he has both brands now. So I guess you needed to explain that in kayfabe, but outside of that, it's like every other contract signing. So yeah. Then you had Brie Bella versus Laney Reed. And before the match starts, JC Jane says that she's coming for the women's United States Championship in due time, which we could have just built this up for SummerSlam. Really, we didn't even need to build it up. We could have just had some interaction and then had the match for SummerSlam. But instead, we got Tiffany in the ladder match. So that seems like a waste. And especially like I don't know what's the huge benefit of her being in that match. It would be more beneficial for her to have a title defense of her own title in her hometown and win rather than be in a ladder match for another title that she's probably not going to win. Now, I say that. I hope they don't put the belt on her because why? Right? Like, why? Because then you're going to have her have the United States Championship and the WWE Women's title. Like, I don't like. I just don't see the benefit. Like, why would you not just put her in her own match where she can win, get the hometown pop, and then get the pop when she wins, versus putting her in this ladder match? Unless they're gonna have her win it, which I pray they don't. I'm just trying to see how they're thinking over there, in the writers' room, see what's going on in their heads. But I don't know. This I'm just dumbfounded by this episode, to be honest. And I wasn't expecting much, but I'm just coming out more confused and like befuddled, if anything. Now, Sammy has a segment backstage after all of this, and oh wait, I completely glossed over the Bella twins being back, Nikki coming back after the match, and I was more so worried that we're gonna end up just doing the Bellas versus Fatal Influence for the tag titles, which is that's probably gonna happen because I don't see Nikki coming back and them not getting a little tag team title run together because I feel like that just has to happen, right? And that was originally gonna happen anyway. But I was worried that was gonna happen at SummerSlam, but instead, oh, man, it got me choking up, man. Um, but instead, it's gonna be the entirety of Fatal Influence, JC Jane, Fallon Henley, Laney Reed versus the Bella Twins and Paige, 6 woman tag at SummerSlam. I'm just glad that they're giving them a spot on the pay per view. Just getting the newer talent spots on the pay per view is probably going to be a night one, but I'm glad for that because I just want to see new people getting chances on pay per views and getting experience in high profile spots. Not saying that. What am I trying to say? Not saying that it's like the hugest thing, but like at least they're on the pay per view. Now, after that, you had Sammy backstage talk about how he was screwed and all that. Then he starts going at Pierce while Pierce is trying to go check up on Aldis. And then Aldis tells him that he's going to be in the number one contenders match at SummerSlam and he's going to face the winner of the Fatal 4 Way. And he gets mad at that, which I guess is understandable because other people have just gotten title shots without having to fight anybody. But regardless, he still has a chance. So, like, I understand him complaining. It's justified. But yeah, and Finn Balor ends up winning it. I'm not really gonna go over the main event because I mean it was a fatal 4 way. It was fine, and then it ended in bloodline shenanigans to build up for the 6 man tag. I didn't think Royce Keys was gonna win. I kind of thought maybe Priest was gonna win, but no. So it'll be Finn and Sammy at SummerSlam. I wonder. I mean, storyline wise, it would have to be Sammy, right? But I could see Finn winning it, and then we're just continuing the story of like Sammy, quote unquote, just getting screwed, and they will probably run Finn and Punk again because they had like 2 title matches during Punk's World Heavyweight Championship run. So that's what I'm thinking. That's my prediction, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, speaking on the Fatal Four Way, I'm so tired of the mid card champions being involved in stuff for the world titles. Like, why not have them focus on their own belts? And I feel the same way about Kevin Knight fighting for the world championship at Redemption this weekend. I'm not against him having the match. I'm against him having the TNT title and then still having that world title match because I thought that he was going to lose the Derby this Wednesday. I thought he was going to lose the Derby so that then he loses the championship and then like kind of have. Well, I don't know. I just thought he was going to lose the championship before Redemption. He doesn't have it, but again, it's a similar situation with Tiffany. Why not just have him have his own TNT title match at the pay per view? And honestly, I don't think Kevin Knight has had a pay per view match for his TNT title since he had it. I don't think he's had one. And that's really weird now that I think about it. But nonetheless, I'm all for them giving him that chance and that spotlight. Even though a lot of people are thinking that it's not the right time for it. I mean, the whole purpose of that pay per view kind of went out the window because the match that was supposed to be the main event happened early. But I don't think there's always like a perfect time. Like in theory, with your booking and how you plan things out, there is a time, like maybe a proper time to do all that. But if the main purpose of the pay per view is just out the window, it doesn't really matter. Like obviously, he's not gonna win it. We're not gonna switch from fucking Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay to Kevin Knight and Ospreay. Like it's not happening. I'm just more excited to see how he performs in that spot. Now I'm talking about a completely different company. Let's get back to the Fed. There's two times in this episode where in the promos the wrestlers mention stuff that's been on online discourse because Chelsea mentions to Tiffany that when she gets in the ladder match, she should help her because she already has the U.S. title. And then Damian Priest, talking to Cody, says that he's tired, says that him and the boys are tired of the same faces. They're the same people being the faces of the company. And WWE and also other companies do this a lot where they slightly I wouldn't say address, they acknowledge some criticisms, but it's all for nothing. It's like, okay, we hear you, but like we're not gonna do anything about it. You know, like you're not gonna put it back on. You're not gonna put it on Finn Balor. You're not gonna put the title on Finn Balor. You definitely not gonna put it back on Sammy. You know, you definitely not gonna put it on Sammy until maybe the Saudi Mania. So I don't know what the purpose is. If you're not going to actually follow through on some of it that you're acknowledging, just don't even mention it. Because then it's more discourse about you acknowledging it and then not doing anything. The Cody and Punk promo segment, I don't know what it did. Like I thought it was going to lead to one of them kind of slowly turning heel, but it was just like a slightly more intense version of "May the better man win." To me, that's what it sounded like. Even though Cody was like, "I don't like you," but I don't. It just didn't do anything. Like it really didn't do anything. And even in the promo code, was like, "Well, we said all we needed to say." So I don't know what the hell they're gonna say next week. So there's that. I mean, I'm gonna watch SummerSlam. I'll say I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it, but the build they've had for it has just kind of been eh. And I do feel like in wrestling, we don't always need to do defined face and heel dynamics for like every match. Like we can just have a situation where two people just don't like each other, but they're in general they're both just like faces. But like this isn't being done well enough to like make me super interested. Because if the story is interesting, then I will just like pay more attention to it and be more invested into it. I watched it. I couldn't really fucking tell you much of what happened outside of like the ending where Punk says, "Oh, Dusty's kid." Like I don't even remember what he said before that. And then Cody being like, "Oh no, you're gonna look up at the lights," and I thought when Cody cut Punk's music that he was gonna like flip the switch, but like no, it didn't. So I don't know what the point of that interaction even was. So yeah, but yeah, that's basically it. Looking at my notes, I don't have anything else important to say. I'm gonna do. I'm definitely gonna review Redemption, and I'm gonna do Redemption predictions that'll probably be uploaded Sunday morning after we figure out who's the last two people that are gonna be in the international championship title shot opportunity ladder match. And if any other matches are added after Collision, we'll go through everything. And yeah, then we'll be back with Raw and SmackDown, and then I'll do SummerSlam predictions after all the matches are announced. So yeah.